With Thanksgiving just around the corner next week, we also have Christmas coming up just in a little bit over a month. And we have Christmasfest with Wolfe Mountain Entertainment also going to be happening next weekend. And I'm here with co-owner Dan Dunham and a special guest, Mrs. Claus, today. Dan, Mrs. Claus, thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Thanks for inviting us.
Of course. So Dan, take it away.
All right, so Christmasfest. Christmasfest was something that was developed last year around the holidays. So what we are doing is at the Market on State, which is in Athens, the mall behind Texas Roadhouse.
Right.
We are hosting a vendor craft fair. At this point, I believe we have 55 different vendors.
Oh, wow.
Approximately 60 of our 78 spots are full. So we still have space available if anybody would like to come. One of the things that we always do that always seems to bring out a lot of people is our entertainment. So that is why I asked Mrs. Claus to come, because included in the vendor fair, which will be happening November 30th from 10 to 4, we also have some amazing classic characters that appear around the holidays.
That's what we love.
Absolutely. So we have, obviously, Santa will be there. He'll be there making appearances. Mrs. Claus will be there. We have, who else? Yukon Cornelius, the Abominable, Rudolph, Jack Frost from
all the classics.
Absolutely. So that always tends to bring stuff out. So
Heat Miser,
Snow Miser, some of my favorites. And one of the things, the reason I asked Mrs. Claus to join me is because we have something special for the kids, free of charge. But take it away.
Well, Santa told me that you were on the nice list this year.
Mid-Ohio Valley, did we expect that?
I'm
not sure.
And Bakery 323 is offering cupcake decorating with me.
That is so
we brought
fun.
you an assortment.
Oh, I am so excited. Thank you so much, Mrs. Claus. And, of course, to you, Dan, as well, and the whole Wolfe Mountain family.
So one of the neat things, we're going to be doing 3 different times that Mrs. Claus will do some cupcake decorating with the kids. Again, free of charge. All of the stuff that is happening. We have music playing from 10 to 2. We have the Christmas characters that will be appearing from 10 to 3 intermittently. We have all of the vendors that will be there from 10 to 4. The Athens County Sheriff's Department will be there, so the Grinch will be actually there.
Ooh.
Passing out hot cocoa. They will also be collecting toys for their annual toy drive. We have a couple other things that are potentially in the works. I haven't got the officials yet, so I won't say them yet, but we've got a lot of great stuff planned for this day.
Absolutely. And Mrs. Claus, I want to ask you too, what are you looking most forward to next Saturday?
Oh, definitely seeing all the little ones come. And please make sure you bring your letters to Santa.
Oh, that's right.
And if you bring them, Bakery 323 will give you free cookies.
Ooh, so you can make cupcakes with Mrs. Claus. You might get some free cookies for bringing your Christmas list this year to Santa. It sounds like it's going to be a great day over in Athens.
We're planning on it. We don't know what to expect. This is the first year that we've done it, but it's really exciting. It's something different, something unique, and it also ties in. It is Small Business Saturday, so all of the small businesses that will have their tables set up.
Right.
There is an ATM there, but I would bring cash. I'd figure out how to buy these purchases. There's some really cool stuff on our Facebook page, Wolfe Mountain Entertainment LLC. There is actually an album that has Christmasfest, and I've made frames that show all of the vendors that we currently have and what they're going to be offering. We've got one vendor that's going to be doing healthy dog treats. We've got,
nice.
Other vendors that will have ornaments and earrings.
Goat milk soap and bagels.
Ooh.
Yes, which I want one of those.
That does sound pretty good. So
we've got a lot, and what's really unique is that there's a lot of different stuff. It's not all of the same stuff. So it's going to be really fun to walk around and probably check off all your Christmas lists while you're there.
Absolutely. Now, from either of you, before I let you go, is there anything else you would like to add about the event?
Oh my goodness, I can't think of anything at the moment.
Well, I know there's a lot going on
There
with
is.
it, but I do know maybe besides this event coming up that you might have something else in the works for Christmas time.
Always. We are currently in rehearsals for our Christmas show, but I think we'll probably come back and talk about that. But it's called The Herald Angels Learn to Sing. It's a cute little show. We are actually doing it at a different venue this time, but it's basically about a baseball team that steps in to be the choir of angels for the annual nativity pageant instead of going to the Winter Classic and playing a baseball game. But all of a sudden, they get invited to go, so the nativity doesn't have their choir of angels. So what is the town going to do?
Interesting. That's a great little, cliffhanger for us. And now you're going to have to make us come out into Athens,
Absolutely.
Pomeroy, get out there and come see the show.
Yes.
But Dan, Mrs. Claus, first, thank you so much for my cupcakes. This is going to be absolutely delicious when I get off air, Mid-Ohio Valley. I will have to let you all know. Make sure that you guys go to Bakery 323 because these look really good. But thank you so much again for joining me. When we return Mid-Ohio Valley, we'll have one last look at your forecast. Stay with us.